So hello everyone, I'm Dan.
And I'm Dan.
And welcome to our Merry Christmas video 2019.
Yes, it's been... Well, I'm going to be honest with you, there's no new films on this list because they haven't made any good ones this year.
Yeah, so we're going to count down our top 10 Christmas movies of all time. And I want to start us off at number 10. What's at number 10, Dan?
Number 10 is a movie that was made by Netflix. The youngest movie on the list, I think it is.
Yeah.
Released last year, starring Kurt Russell as Santa Claus. Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with Kurt.
Can't go wrong. The Christmas Chronicles from Netflix.
Now, I've never seen Christmas Chronicles.
Right, well, Christmas Chronicles starts off with a pair of children, one of them's got a video camera. They accidentally catch a glimpse of Santa putting a present under a tree.
Right.
And that just opens up a whole world of problems. It's a brilliant film. Do you know what? It's absolutely brilliant.
I feel it's a very brave choice because it is a very young film. And see, I would always say with a Christmas movie, it's got to be instantly quotable, likeable. You've got to be able to stick it on. Nan's happy, and and the kids are happy, and everyone's happy. So for you to put that out there, even though I haven't seen it, I respect it.
It's one of them. It is one. Everyone can watch that. It's also the great thing about it is that the kids are obviously well behind Santa. They love that. Santa knows what's going on. Santa uses his magical powers to try and get... There's a great scene in it where Santa needs a car. The sleigh's crashed. The reindeer have escaped. Santa's obviously... Well, Christmas isn't going to happen. He goes into a restaurant and starts talking to people in all different languages. Obviously, no one believes him. And he finally gets to one guy and says, "You drive a Porsche, don't you?" And he says, "Yes, I do." He says, "I know that in 1972 you wanted a signed Mickey Mantle baseball card." He just whips one out of his sleeves and he goes,
"That's sick.
There's my keys." And his wife goes, "No, you're not having the key." There's loads of great scenes in it. It's got who's the guy? He's in Sopranos, plays Tony's consigliere.
I know exactly who you're talking about. That geezer.
That geezer.
Right.
He is in it he's in a drunk tank. He's he's
just
getting
the
more
town drunk.
Yeah, basically. But he used to be a great guitarist, and Santa whips a fender out of his jacket. The acting's not amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It didn't win any Oscars. Well, because it wasn't released.
It's
in
Netflix.
Cinema. It's Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant.
Okay.
And the kids love it. The wife loves it. The grandparents love it. I haven't had a single person say, "Oh, I couldn't have that one." That's not good.
So there you go. That's number 10. So moving on, number 9 on the best ever Christmas movies list. What have we got?
We've got Scrooged.
Scrooged. So for those of you who don't know, Scrooged is the classic Charles Darwin.
The classic evolutionary tale of Christmas.
There's some monkeys, right, and they start walking upright.
Yeah, so then they go to the Galapagos and discover a new species. Yeah. It's brilliant.
So it was the classic Charles Dickens tale, or retold as Bill Murray, who's a TV producer, and he's definitely lost the spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Bill Murray does not fail to deliver.
He's always, again, consistently, he's a grade A-hole. He's amazing at doing
he just
that.
Plays himself.
He just plays the part so well.
But we love him for that.
And it's a good modern spin on the traditional Scrooge tale. Some really good effects. There's some stuff, even though it's very much an 80s or maybe early 90s film.
Yeah, but it holds up.
It stands up very, very well. And I'm still scared of the Spirit of Christmas Future.
Yeah, everyone's afraid of that.
He's terrifying in this. It's proper scary.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Scrooge is one.
That's on
and
Netflix.
It's a laugh as well. It keeps you. It's Bill Murray does his standard sarcastic, rude commentary over the top of life. It's worth watching. It's great.
Okay, so number 8,
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
I know what a lot of you are thinking. Batman Returns, not a Christmas film. I beg to differ. It's absolutely.
It is clearly it's set at Christmas.
Snow everywhere, decorations everywhere.
Yeah.
It's clearly not the middle of summer because you don't see daylight for the entire 2 hours.
And why is it a good film? Why is it one of the best Christmas films? 2 words: Danny D.
Danny D rocks it. If there was going to be a third presenter on Danapedia, DeVito would be it.
He'd be all over it. He'd sit in the centre. We've saved you a little space, Danny.
We'd have to put a little box or a cushion down just to prop him up. But he would be here. Danny can do no wrong.
Yeah, and in fact, so many parts of that film. I think Tim Burton he captured such an original kind of idea for Batman. It's very different from the modern comics era of movies, where it was very dark, gothic. It was very Burton-esque, and God, I just
still rate Keaton as the second best Batman.
Still rate Keaton,
and there's a great scene in the movie Bad Neighbours where Zac Efron and Jason, give me his last name, Jason Segel, not Jason Segel.
Mintz Plasse, no.
No,
I don't know.
Who's the comedy guy?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, not Jason Segel. They're similar, but one's taller. They have a great, and Zac Efron quotes, "I'm Batman!" Seth Rogen goes, "I'm Batman." And that sums up those two movies.
It was the difference between the grouchy Batman and the whispering Batman.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Keaton, I think he's a great Bruce Wayne. He plays that billionaire he's just cool, isn't he?
Yeah. And when he puts on the black suit, it's incredible.
Yeah, he's good.
And it's a great Christmas film because also it teaches you about doing right, and if you don't do right, then a guy's going to come at you wearing black latex and do you in. If
you push your way past the law, then a vigilante will catch up with you and effectively murder you.
Typical Christmas tale, really, isn't it?
Also, deals with genetic mutation, which is great.
Yeah, which is always important around this time.
You've got to have a genetic mutant thrown into a Christmas film, otherwise it's not a Christmas film. Yeah. Which brings us on to the next Christmas film. And
our next Christmas movie, at number 7, is the classic Gremlins.
Which we've actually been experiencing all morning.
Yeah.
With our microphone set up.
Yeah. So Gremlins, again, classic Christmas tale. And I think this one, the overriding Christmas message, because I think to be a good Christmas film, you've got to have a message.
Yeah, don't eat after midnight.
Yeah, but also be careful what you wish for. You want a little cute Christmas pet. This teaches you a dog is for life, not just for Christmas.
Yeah.
If you buy a funny little furry thing from down in Chinatown, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
So,
also, if you don't look after if you get a puppy for Christmas and you don't look after it properly, just let it do whatever it wants, or you don't do what the man in the shop tells you, you're going to end up with a litter full of puppies.
Always read the instructions.
Of
any new present that you get.
Yeah.
You don't want to be. I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent here, but I remember one year getting an Action Man car for Christmas. Took it upstairs. Dad wanted to read me the instructions. I was like, "No, Dad, no, don't worry about that." Broke it.
Everyone always breaks. Everyone's got a story about a Christmas present they broke, or the stickers never get put on, or a part got thrown away, or...
So always read the instructions on your Christmas toys this year, kids.
And that is the message from Gremlins. Also, don't eat after midnight.
That's right.
Because you'll just feel sick.
Or spill water.
Or don't get wet.
Don't get wet.
Yep. On Christmas, because you'll catch a cold.
So, moving on now to number 6. And at number 6, I'm bringing up the list here. Number 6, oh yes. It's got to be Home Alone.
Yeah. It isn't Christmas until someone's been hit in the face with an iron.
That's right.
Yeah.
Or
slipped over a micro machine. Micro machines. What happened to them, mate?
Oh, I remember getting micro machines.
I'm going to ask some micro machines for Christmas next year.
Yeah. So Home Alone again. Again, a classic Christmas tale. Every single one of these is classic Christmas tales.
It's the top 10 classic Christmas tales.
But Home Alone, Kevin McAllister and his hijinks never ever fails to impress.
Yeah.
If anything, year on year though, I think probably as I'm becoming more of a grown up, I'm starting to realise the serious harm that he's inflicting on these people. And I don't really believe in capital punishment.
No, but also I'm starting to question, what did Kevin McAllister's dad do for a living that he lived in an 8-bedroom mansion and also could afford to fly his entire family to France for Christmas?
And it's not a small family.
No, it's 15 people.
Yeah. All of them. There's enough that they could leave behind a whole child and not even notice till they get halfway to France.
But and also he can. I mean, if I had to order 17 pizzas the night before as well, I'd be like, no, I'm not paying for that. Someone else is paying. I'm paying for the Christmas trip. He just weighs them out. He's making it rain. He must be a drug dealer? He's got to be a drug dealer.
Kevin McAllister always had the latest toys as well.
Yeah, and his brother had a tarantula. That couldn't have been cheaper.
One of the first things he does when he's got Home Alone, the first thing he does, he doesn't go out and buys loads of toys. He plays with the toys that he already has in the house.
Also, he's got 2 bedrooms.
Yeah. I think actually, do you know what? I don't actually want Kevin McAllister to win anymore. I now see this as
those poor guys who are burgling the house have clearly they've been reduced to burglarising.
They're trying to feed their families.
They're just trying to make ends meet. And Kevin hits them in the face with a paint tin, puts a nail through one of their foot, burns one of their hands.
Hot handle always upsets me.
Twice.
Yeah.
Gets him in the second one with that as well.
Yeah.
Sets fire to his head, shoots him in the face with a BB gun, slips him over on ice.
Definitely some stuff happens to the nuts.
Yeah, definitely nut stuff. And then not only that, to just put a cherry on top, the old man next door comes through and smacks him in the face with a shovel.
Kevin McAllister, you're not very nice.
You sadistic little.
So moving on to number 5, and at number 5, this is again another classic, and once again it's my man, Danny D.
Right, Deck the Halls.
Yes.
I'm not sure I've seen this one.
Oh my god! Okay, so
is this one where Danny DeVito's the horrible neighbour that's trying to outdo it? They're always outdoing each other.
He's not horrible. He's passionate.
I have seen this one. Yeah, I have seen.
So Deck the Halls is about two neighbours. I'm trying to remember who the other neighbour is. Matthew Broderick. I think it's Matthew Broderick.
That sounds about. Yeah, that does ring a bell.
Pretty sure it's Matthew Broderick. Apologies if it's not.
This is grown up.
Danny DeVito.
He's not skipping school.
Danny DeVito's a new geezer in town, and he's come there with his beautiful family. He's got a lovely wife, lovely couple of girls, and he's very, very passionate about Christmas. And he realises that he wants to. His dream has become to have his Christmas lights visible from space. So he goes out and he spends again another one with infinite money. I have no idea where he's getting all this cash from.
And no one ever goes to work in these films. You never see what they actually do. They're just loaded.
Oh, he does get a job. He becomes like a salesman. It turns out he's like an amazing salesman. He goes to a car dealership and he just smashes it left, right, and centre.
He's on commission.
Yeah. So he buys all of these Christmas decorations and he ends up creating the biggest Christmas light display ever. And it becomes a real thing where his relationship with his wife, his kids kind of breaks apart a little bit. The relationship with the neighbour, who he's sort of constantly, not one-upping, just constantly annoying.
Yeah. Because
the neighbour doesn't really, he's a bit of a Scrooge. And he's a bit of a sort of neighbourhood watch type.
But he also wants to be the most. He up until then he's been on this sort of bit of a pedestal because he's the nice guy.
He comes out on Moses' lawn and he's like, "Hey Kevin, hey Raz, yeah." And then Danny D comes in and suddenly he's the more popular one. Once again, my man Danny just proving that he is Lord amongst men. It's a great film, and it's one of those ones that you can turn on. There's some good practical gags in it as well. There's quite a few like slaps in the face and people falling off.
Yeah, I'm going to rewatch this one because I think I seem to remember when I haven't watched that for a while because it's been out a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, a good few years.
Yeah. So I'll give this
early 2000s, I think.
Yeah. So I have seen that at the cinema.
Oh my!
I think my dad might have.
Lucky.
Yeah, I think so. Or I might be getting confused with our next one, which is
coming on to number 4.
Yeah.
So you know it's getting good, and you know that we really had to think about the top 5 here.
Yeah.
Because this is where this film has ended up, and this film is definitely a favourite for me. It's a must-watch every single year. Jingle All The Way.
With the best Christmas quote of all time. It's turbo time.
It's turbo time. I got to get the turbo, man.
It's cool. The cool thing about it is Schwarzenegger, obviously,
he's invincible. He's amazing.
Aside from 1 or 2 films, Twins and Junior, Twins is saved by Danny D, but those 2 films effectively are his worst films. Jingle All The Way has that kindergarten cop style character in there, and a bit of he's this wholesome dad, even though he's absolutely he's the biggest dad you've ever.
Give me a hug.
His kids are always being bullied in those films.
Yeah,
Mr. Dad, and it's like
really,
it's really hard done. But it's like, hang on, if all you would have to do is, my dad could beat your dad up, but no, he couldn't. He just literally goes, "Oh, come with me if you want to live." Drags, but. There's a scene at the end where he actually gets into the turbo.
He becomes Turbo Man. Spoiler alert! If you've never seen Jingle All The Way,
spoiler alert! It's a quest of a dad who's let his son down consistently. His dad's obviously at the point where he's going. His son's at the point where he's going. I'm not sure I love my dad anymore. Christmas is going out the window. Schwarzenegger has to get a Turbo Man action figure for his son to redeem himself at Christmas. And it's the hijinks of him running through the city, whatever city they live in, through the winter, the Christmas rush, the shopping rush. He comes into contact with some fake toy, some fake toy builders.
And he has like this rival. He has this rival who is played by.
We need to research these things so much better.
It's going to burn into my head. He's the guy who didn't play Shazam the Genie.
Shaq?
No, not Shaq.
Not Shaq.
It's the one that... all right.
Oh, is he going to be... it's like a... Is he a basketball player as well?
Oh, no. Famous sailor. Sebastian?
Famous sailor. Yeah, I'm well up on my sailors. I was going to say Johnny Depp. He's a famous sailor.
He's not a sailor, but he's got the name of a famous sailor.
Pugwash? No! Forget it. It's not important. There's a bad guy who's actually just another dad trying to get a doll.
Yeah, he's just another dad. He's like a postman and he just wants to do it. Some very odd scenes in that film as well. Do you know at one point he gives him a bomb?
A bomb? Yeah,
like
he gives him a
bomb.
real
And it's like,
bomb.
haha, that's because postal workers are crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I keep one of these for just this occasion. Yeah. There's a bomb.
And there's some amazing lines in it. It's a beautiful film in a way, and it's just one of those films of that era that I just always makes me a little bit weeping.
That's one I definitely saw at the cinema.
It's about a father's love, and it's about a father and a son reconnecting, but in the context of horrible capitalism.
Yeah, and your dad's an Austrian bodybuilder. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, let's move things on. Doberman. Right, and this is a classic right here.
Second Burton film on the list.
Second Burton film on the list.
Yeah, absolutely. Only musical on the list as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, of course, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, absolutely brilliant.
This film, I remember so vividly when it first came out, and me and my brother for a good few years had a tradition where because I was a good Christian boy when I was growing up. Before we'd go to midnight mass, we'd watch The Nightmare Before Christmas. So at about 11 o'clock in the evening, we'd put on, because it's a very short movie.
Yeah, it's not even 90 minutes.
No, so we put it on and watch it just before we went to midnight mass, and then come home from church and then go to bed. I love this film so much.
A lot of argument here over whether it's a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie.
It is definitely a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And a Halloween movie.
From the point of view of people who love Halloween.
But I mean, it is a Christmas movie, and I think this is one ultimately. It's if you're a goth, you can still have fun at Christmas.
Yeah, emos celebrate Christmas too.
It's okay to celebrate Christmas. You can turn off the Cure records, turn off Morrissey and Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, that's fine.
And come and actually Christmas is for everyone.
And I bet you there's so many people that are in that dark sort of side of society. Not to say society. People that are goths or emos. People that like that sort of thing. Know all the words.
This is
a film this is a guilty pleasure for a lot of those people, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And, I mean, one of the best characters in it, I still think, is Zero, the dog.
I love Zero. I like his look. I like as well Mr. Boogeyman or Mr. Oogie Boogie. Mr. Oogie Boogie.
And the trick-or-treaters are great as well.
Yeah.
Evil little... They're the epitome of trick-or-treaters.
Yeah.
They're a stereotypical trick-or-treater.
The mayor who's got the multiple personality
Brilliant.
disorder. Sally. Every single character and Sally's creator, the professor guy with the brain.
That's a real head scratcher. Flips his head open and scratches his actual brain.
There's so many vivid, visceral images from Night Before Christmas that I think we can all remember. Just talking about any of those scenes.
Jack the Pumpkin King, obviously.
Yeah.
We didn't even mention him.
Jack Skellington.
Jack Skellington. Without a doubt, the line in it where, well, you don't even have claws, you have hands. Well, it's a great line.
What's this?
Oh, there's music everywhere.
Such a good film.
And every song in that is banging.
Gold.
Yeah. Even the worst one of the bunch is the Oogie Boogie song. But even that...
I like the Oogie Boogie.
Well, of course.
I'm the Oogie Boogie man.
Even that's absolute gold. There's not a bad one in there.
Our number 3 pick is Night Before Christmas.
Brilliant film.
And now we're in the top 2. And anyone who's anyone knows there should really only be 2 films in the top 2. It's kind of like, in Christmas number one, and one of them's going to be number one, it's going to be that one or that one, and then they announce number two, and then you go, therefore that is number one.
Yeah.
I feel like, and I hope that if you're watching along with us, you know what number one's going to be when I say that number two is Elf.
We've given away number one, though, haven't we?
Well, yeah.
But Elf,
quality. Elf, absolute, the second best Christmas movie that's ever been made. You got Johnny Favreau in the director's chair. You got Will Ferrell, the bad man of comedy, the absolute jokester, laughter king. He's Zoe Deschanel as the sort of attractive co-lead. And beautiful singing voice in that. Beautiful singing voice. Yeah, you got the man James Caan, Shere Khan.
Absolutely a semi-gangster figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a scary dad.
Scary, horrible, ginger balding dad.
And the mum. Who's the mum?
She's the mum in everything.
She's just a generic mum actress, isn't she?
She's the mum in everything.
Or like a high-ranking FBI agent.
She's the mum in Step Brothers.
Yeah, she's the mum in Step Brothers, yeah.
She's the mum in everything.
Yeah,
always Will Ferrell's mum.
Did we just become best friends? Yes. Well, Elf, obviously it teaches you about nutrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it teaches you about how to have a snowball fight. There's the unwritten rules of snowball fighting. No gravel in the snowballs, kids.
That's right.
It teaches you about Christmas decorations, Christmas spirit.
And there is no character. There is no character in movie who has such an unabashed and unashamed expression of the Christmas spirit in the modern day. See, Buddy the Elf shows us how actually true Christmas spirit can cut through all of this modern life. Phones and business and internet and gaming and toys, all this stuff.
Wait, do you know one character that we haven't mentioned?
Who?
Drinklage.
Drinklage?
Who's
Drinklage?
Peter...
Oh, the Dinkle! Dinkle D! Yeah. He's amazing.
Call me an elf one more time.
And that's beautiful. And again, showing it doesn't matter your differences, you can still fight.
Yeah, and he gets more poontang than he does in a whole year in 1 week. we learned that from him. Which I
forgot that whole scene.
Call me an elf one more time.
So good.
It's great. There's not a bad scene in that movie.
No.
And like you said, it's got all of those things that go with it, and it goes through capitalism and business and greed and anger and Buddy's just the nicest guy in the world, the sweetest, most innocent, naive person in the world, and he makes it in the end.
Yeah.
Gets his own book published and it's semi-biographical.
Oh, and there's his little sweet dad as well.
And he gets the girl.
Dad. Yeah.
Yeah, and,
blended family.
Yeah.
There's so much to that film. It is, without a doubt, I'd say it's the Christmas film with the most heart.
Yeah, 100%. If you watch that and feel nothing, then you're through.
You're a monster.
Yeah. Go home. Halloween's for you, not Christmas.
So, here we are. And of course, the Christmas number one film. Can we have a drum roll? Has to be Die Hard. I mean, was it going to be anything else? Do we even need to explain?
Well, I feel we do, because there's going to be... If anyone comments on these videos, which no one has yet...
hurry up.
Yeah. Plenty of views, no comments. There's going to be people who say, Die Hard's not a Christmas film. There's two types of people in this world. People who think Die Hard isn't a Christmas film. Oh no, wait. I got that one wrong. People who think Die Hard is a Christmas film, and people who are wrong.
Yes.
They're the two types of people. You can't beat it. I don't care if... Christmas is in LA as well. They have that. It's a time period of the year. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can't discriminate by area.
Yeah, you can have a hot Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So, Die Hard, for anyone who's been living under a rock for the last 30 years...
The movie that made Bruce Willis into a film star. Up until then, he'd been doing mainly TV and straight-to-TV movies. Well, the most relatable character.
Yeah.
Not, he's an everyday guy, he's a working guy, he's a cop, and all he wants to do is rekindle his love with his wife.
At Christmas.
Yeah. And he just happens to be at her work's Christmas party on the other side of the country. And
suddenly, one of the best movie villains ever, played by the immortal and one love out there to Alan Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Who in this plays the evil, nefarious Hans Gruber. One of the best...
Gruber.
Yeah. One of the best movie villains of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
They break into the office party. They take over the tower. They're trying to do some bad stuff.
Yeah, and this movie. A lot of people say, "Well, that's a movie about terrorism." They're not terrorists. They're bank robbers.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a heist movie.
But it's just banking. This was one of the first movies that acknowledged that. This is the first movie that I know of where they didn't break in and break open a load of vaults and like try to get a load of cash out. This was the first movie that was trying to explain to people, look, actually, money isn't a physical, tangible thing anymore. Real money is kept electronically. It's about manipulating the system. It's about sending data around the world. That's how money moves these days, and that's what this movie portrayed. And then beyond that, there are just so many scenes, so many quotes.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Now I have a gun.
Gun.
Oh, yeah, now I have a machine gun.
Yeah. The Hans Gruber falling off of the Nakatomi Tower at the end. You've got Carl, absolute lunatic.
Yeah.
His wife, absolutely brilliant. She's great in it.
The limo driver? Who's the limo driver?
The limo driver. He just literally like sat on his headphones the whole time with all the action going on in the background.
He does save the day in the end.
He knocks the guy out. He knocks the other guy out. And then in real life, he actually fractured his hand in that scene.
Really?
He missed him and hit the wall.
Commitment.
Actually fractured his hand. But every explosion in that movie is real. The residents of the area where they were filming that were up in arms because every night they were filming, flying helicopters past apartments, blowing stuff up, crashing cars, letting off machine guns until they weren't supposed to fire after 10 o'clock at night, sort of thing. And they blew up the entire building. Oh, it's just, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing bad about Die Hard. That is the greatest Christmas film of all time, hands down.
We're not up for dispute on this, people. Okay, you came here to hear what they are. We're telling you what they are. If you want to dispute it, put it in the comments.
Yeah, 100%. And also, yeah, I don't want to hear it's not a Christmas movie because we have established it's definitely a Christmas.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's set at Christmas.
Yeah, I only watch it at Christmas because I specifically know it's a Christmas movie. I don't watch that in the middle of July.
No, if I need a little hit of summer Die Hard, I'm going to put on Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah, because that's the second best Die Hard.
And they haven't made a single Die Hard film since Die Hard with a Vengeance.
No,
They haven't made a Die Hard film since Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah,
they don't exist. Yeah, they don't exist.
We've written off every other one. It's a completely different universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call it that. We'll call it a universe.
Yeah.
We have to acknowledge the production of the film.
Yeah.
But we don't have to acknowledge that the characters are the same people. We'll think of it like a Rick and Morty multiverse type situation.
Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
All you need to worry about is watching Die Hard this Christmas.
Yeah. Miss out Die Hard 2, go straight to Die Hard 3, then come back to Die Hard 2 after Die Hard 3.
Yeah. And then watch Die Hard 1 all over again because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Because it's the best Christmas movie ever made.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
We should give one honourable mention, though.
Okay.
The Grinch. Specifically, Jim Carrey's performance as the Grinch.
Oh, why are you opening this can of worms, Dan? Dan, I watched Benedict Cumberbatch's Grinch only yesterday.
All I'm saying is, if there's a character, this is the only reason I'm excited about Sonic, is because Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik. The lunatic character, there's no other person for it.
I think that's a conversation for another time.
It probably is. But my honourable mention, The Grinch.
My honourable mention, Die Hard again.
Actually, I take mine back. Mine's Die Hard too. Cool. So, guys, thank you so much. If you stuck with us this long, that means you are true Danopedia fans.
Well done.
Well done. There's no hidden video because we don't know how to do that yet. We're still learning all of this stuff. But please, if you are here, if you're still here, if you like that content and you want to see more of it, please comment on the video like Dan keeps mentioning. Not enough of you are doing that, so pull your fingers out. Give us a Christmas gift. Like the video or don't like the video. You can dislike the video. Let us know what we're doing wrong. We'll change it. We just want to make you happy. Like we said, comment on the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, keep coming back for more. We really are loving making this shit. We're loving doing all this stuff. We're really enjoying it.
We do really appreciate all your support for the Danopedia channel, and we just want to wish you a big 4 thumbs up for Christmas.
It's so late. We'll say that back. Bye bye.